Welcome back to RVP Auto1. Today, we're diving into something that blends tradition with tech, comfort with innovation, the 2025 Mercedes-Benz E-Class. If you've been following the E-Class legacy, you already know it's one of Mercedes' most iconic nameplates, but in 2025, it's entering a new era. And trust me, this is more than just a facelift, it's a full-on evolution. The first thing you notice is the styling. The 2025 E-Class gets a sleeker, more modern exterior that draws a bit of inspiration from the all-electric EQ series, but it still keeps the classic E-Class proportions. There's a more sculpted front end, a new grille that connects with the headlights via an illuminated trim piece, and an overall shape that screams premium executive sedan. It's not overly flashy, but it absolutely has presence. The subtle lines running down the side, the longer hood, and the wider stance give it that mix of elegance and sport that Mercedes does so well. Now under the hood, the E-Class offers a range of powertrains, but the standout is the mild hybrid tech integrated into the turbocharged engines. In the US, we're getting models like the E350 and E450, both with 4 MATIC all-wheel drive as standard. The E350 gets a 2.0-liter turbocharged inline-4 putting out around 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. The E450 bumps things up with a 3.0-liter inline-6 turbo, cranking out 375 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. And both are paired with a 48-volt mild hybrid system that adds smoothness, improves efficiency, and gives a little extra kick when needed. Driving the new E-Class feels like a masterclass in comfort. The cabin isolates you from road imperfections, and the steering is nicely weighted with that classic Mercedes refinement. The optional air suspension system takes things even further, letting the car float over bumps with ease. It's not trying to be a sports car, but it handles corners with surprising grace, especially for a car in this segment. The E450, in particular, feels brisk and composed, with seamless acceleration and a transmission that knows exactly what you need before you even ask. Now let's talk about the interior, because this is where the 2025 E-Class really starts showing off. Step inside, and you're greeted by a full digital experience. The Superscreen option stretches across the dash with multiple displays integrated behind one glass panel, driver's display, central touchscreen, and even an optional passenger screen. It looks futuristic but is laid out intuitively. The system runs Mercedes' latest MBUX infotainment software, which is fast, smart, and filled with features like voice assistant, augmented reality navigation, and even third-party app support like TikTok and Zoom. Yeah, you can actually join video calls in your car now, though only while parked. And let's not forget comfort. Mercedes has brought in materials that feel expensive: soft leathers, metal trim, optional open-pore wood, ambient lighting that spans across the dash and doors, and massaging seats that genuinely work to reduce fatigue on long drives. Rear seat space is generous, especially with the slightly longer wheelbase. If you're being chauffeured, you won't complain. Safety and tech also take a step forward. The E-Class comes standard with a wide suite of driver assistance systems like adaptive cruise control, active lane keeping, traffic sign assist, and emergency stop assist. There are optional extras like rear seat airbags and the enhanced drive pilot system that pushes closer to level 3 autonomy, though it's still dependent on local regulations. Another cool touch: Mercedes is embracing personalization in a big way. The new E-Class lets you create routines that blend climate, lighting, music, and even massage settings. So you could literally have a morning commute mode that warms your seat, plays jazz, turns the lighting to sunrise mode, and lowers the windows just a crack for fresh air. Now let's be honest, none of this comes cheap. The 2025 E-Class starts above the $60,000 mark for the base E350 and can climb into the $80,000 range when fully loaded with options. But what you're getting is a package that comfortably bridges the gap between traditional luxury and cutting-edge tech. And here's something worth noting: Mercedes is clearly positioning this E-Class to be the last great combustion-powered version before the inevitable all-electric shift. That means they've poured everything they've learned over the decades into this model, and it shows. In terms of competition, you're looking at the BMW 5 Series, Audi A6, Genesis G80, and maybe the Lexus S. Each has its strengths, but the E-Class brings that unique blend of prestige, technology, and smoothness that gives it a distinctive edge. The BMW 5 Series might still be more engaging for the driver, especially the sportier trims, but for an all-around luxury experience, the E-Class is tough to beat. So who's this car for? It's for someone who wants refinement without shouting, comfort without compromise, and tech without the learning curve. Whether you're driving or being driven, it adapts to your lifestyle and makes every trip, whether it's 5 minutes or 5 hours, feel just a bit more special. If I had to sum it up, the 2025 Mercedes-Benz E-Class is the perfect example of Mercedes staying true to its roots while embracing the future. It doesn't try to reinvent luxury, it evolves it. The comfort, the style, the tech, everything has been considered and elevated. If this really is the last E-Class of its kind before we go fully electric, then what a way to close out the chapter. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to RVP Auto1 for more deep dives into the newest rides hitting the road. Drop a comment below, would you go for the new E-Class or wait for its electric sibling? I'll see you in the next one, stay safe, and drive smart.